Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, once again, I will prove to you that the United States is the second beast mentioned in the Bible and how she's going to be destroyed. I told you many times, I'm sorry if this information is overwhelming to you, or if you are so wrapped up in the system under this matrix and you don't want to be unplugged and you just don't care anymore. Like, kind of like, if you cannot beat them, join them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are attached to the Father, which is the very essence of creation, that we as humans are attached to the the heavenly family, then that is who we shall honor, and we shall be safe from the madness that is going on in this world. Please do not miss the links that I will share with you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, it is no secret that the weather has been manipulated with. It is no secret that, and they even a president of the United States, I believe it was Woodrow Wilson, that said, if you one that can, those who control the weather controls the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is a fact. But those who control the weather also control the food chain, which is destroying many human beings. People talk about what was given to them in the 2020, what was put in their body, and about what, 6 years ago, 2020, ladies and gentlemen. That is nothing compared to the numbers of folks that have died from the weather manipulation, weather engineering, and the food contamination that is happening around the world in the food chain, especially in America. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that there are like 16 chemicals that are not allowed in Europe, Canada, but yet are allowed in the United States? Do you know why that is? Because to the United States comes every people from every nation. But you know what? They come to America and they die in America. Okay? So today I'm going to talk to you about what? The diamond of death. Okay? The diamond of death. Which is a Mason, something that Freemasons used. They control the weather, but here's what I want to show you. At the bottom of the chain, you got pharmacia, and you got food that makes you sick, and then you got the drugs. Pharmacia, which is I tell you what this word came from Asian Greek, pharmakia. Remember that. So, which means sorcery, and that's exactly what drugs does to you. Get side effects. In fact, I should know because I used to sell the one on the left hand, which is what they call illegal drugs. See, but without the legal drugs, there wouldn't be no legal drugs. You understand? It's all a game. Ladies and gentlemen, so, having said that, this is the triangle of death. This is not the devil's triangle. This is not the Bermuda Triangle. This is literally the triangle of death. At the bottom, once again, you got the food chain, and you got pharmacia. Now, what's the next step? While they work, what's going to happen? Right at the top of the chain is what? The medical, the medical community is waiting for you. Okay, so you got food, pharmacia, which is the medical, community, and then at the top is death. That's all. That's why it is called the triangle, the diamond of death. Okay, remember that old movie, Diamonds Are Forever? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this diamond have been killing millions upon millions of people throughout history. But only most of them in the last 200 years. Actually 300 years. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, because people don't do their due diligence in studying history. They don't read the Bible. The Bible has become like a mocking book, thanks to religions. I told you, religion has been the greatest trick ever played on the human mind, to confuse you. That was the whole purpose of it. To confuse you, to turn you into atheist, to make you say to yourself, well, look at religion. What have they done for me? To ask the obvious questions in the hope that in this confusion, in this labyrinth of confusion, you become an atheist, or you just catch the I don't care attitude anymore. I don't care what happens to me. I don't care whether I live or I die. That's where the devil wants you, the God of this world. He's been playing a psychological game. He didn't just play on our forefathers, Adam and Eve. No, today the game is being played more than ever, right in front of your face, whether you like it or not. Okay? And he's using what, as always, the religious institutions, which he created, the political system, which he created, the entertainment industry, which he dominates and control. Okay, you have the media, which is another word for medium, the media, okay, to completely confuse the heck out of you, to lie to you to your face. So ladies and gentlemen, please go to Leviticus 11. Let us go to Leviticus 11, and it tells you. I'm just going to read a little bit of it. It tells you what you should and should not eat. But you know what most people say? Oh, that's the old Mosaic law. Oh, that died on the cross. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, you want to know how deceived these people are, how deep they are in the religious rabbit hole? Ladies and gentlemen, you want to know? First of all, Christ didn't die on a cross. He was hung. Remember, the cross existed even before Christ came on the scene. That was used. The cross is a ritualistic symbol honoring the god, the sun god, which is Nimrod, Baal, and the Babylon Empire. Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, please, the cross has always existed. Back in the Egyptian dynasty, it existed. And yet people talking about, oh, that was this doesn't sound what I'm about to read you. Look at this. When even science is waking up to the reality of what I'm going to read to you. So here we go, Leviticus 11. I'm going to start on verse 7. And the swine, though he divided the hoof, and the cloven footed, and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. 8. Of their flesh shall you not eat, and the carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you. 9. These you shall eat of all that are in the water, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the water, in the sea, and in the river, them shall you eat. Now, what does the United States position allow? Even in fact, they have a restaurant chain, Red Lobster. You understand? Red means that this. I mean, you're talking about coincidence. There are no coincidence. Red represents the Masonic color, their favorite Masonic color that they like to use. And not only that, but red means Edom, which is, see, the people that are in charge, that are in power of this new system, of this last human generation that we live under, are the descendants, whether you want to believe it or not, the evil descendants of Edom, Esau. Okay, that's why things are completely topsy-turvy. This whole world is upside down. Don't believe me? Okay. Take a look at this and correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, now let us go to Leviticus chapter 20th, verse 13. And you told me if the world isn't doing this, just like it was in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah and throughout human history. Leviticus 20th. If a man also lie with mankind, okay, if a man also lie with mankind, as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And if a man take a wife and her mother, it is wickedness. They shall be burnt with fire, both he and they, that there be no wickedness among you. Okay, that's obviously talking about homosexuality. 15. And if a man lie with a beast, he shall surely be put to death, and you shall slay the beast. 16. And if a woman approach unto any beast, and lie down thereto, thou shalt kill the woman and the beast. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So, ladies and gentlemen, what it's telling you, first of all, what I just read to you is just a little glimpse on what you shouldn't eat and what you shouldn't do. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, please, just take a look at the links that I was sending you and how you are being manipulated, how people are being turned into literally zombies, into literally demonic creatures. Because transhumanism, in order for you to serve the devil, Satan, you must be transformed as much as you can. You become not just unhuman, you transform yourself, and that's exactly what this whole world is doing by chemtrails, the chemicals in our food, you name it. Okay? So please take a look at one of the of the video that I mean, this is something that it needs to be brought to your attention, but you're not going to see it in the media. Why? Because they just touch on it, but they don't analyze nothing. So this is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all take care. And what is the point of this video? What is the theme? Well, how humanity, with controlling the weather, the chemicals in our food, contaminating the food chain, you name it, especially in the United States, it goes to show that America doesn't care about its citizens. Because some of the chemicals, in fact, you're going to see some products that are forbidden from being sold in European countries, including Canada, which is right next to us. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, please wake up and smell more than your coffee. This is not about wake up and smell the coffees. Wake up and smell the coffees when you need to be awakened to a human matter. But this is a spiritual matter, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, our battle is not against flesh and blood. It is against principalities. It is against wickedness in high places. In fact, I'm going to read it to you before I close out here. Let us go to Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. This is what we are living under, ladies and gentlemen, this last human generation, or what some may call the New World Order. Okay? Novus Ordo Seclorum, the new secular age. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Now, if you don't see that around you, if you don't see that the scientific community has been lying to you, like for instance NASA, running away with billions of dollars a year, ladies and gentlemen, then I don't know what else to tell you. Okay? You don't want to be unplugged. So this is more real than the Matrix itself. This whole system, okay? AI system. It's coming at you. Humanity doesn't know what to do with itself. So it is creating monsters. Remember back in the days of Noah, the scientists and the one that were in charge were the giants. And look at all the commotions and all the destruction and all the evil that they brought upon this earth, to the point that the Heavenly Mother the Heavenly Family decided to destroy their very own creation. But it's okay. We get a second chance through Noah, and here we are. Okay? In fact, they even laughed of you. They mock the human people. I mean, you got this guy who is, again, a homosexual. Because this whole world, the most powerful people, whether it is in the entertainment industry, whether it is in the scientific community, whether it is in the religious, they are all gays, ladies and gentlemen. They are homosexuals. You understand? Because this is how you submit. This is one of the ways that you submit to the God of this world. Because remember, two men cannot procreate life. So it served the purpose of the devil to depopulate the earth. Just to mess with the heavenly family. This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all take care. And remember, I do this video out of love. I don't care whether you subscribe to my channel or not. I give it to you raw. Are you ready for the truth? If you're ready for the truth, for this truth, great. If you're not ready, it's okay. I will still pray for you, because what is coming down to America, not just with the digital dollar coming down the pipe. Not that America needs to suffer, ladies and gentlemen, because he owes big time to the God of this world, to the heavenly family, okay? Especially the heavenly mother, Rawak, allowing this abortion, genocide of humanity. So you understand, humanity has given itself up to its master, who is the devil, and the Freemasons are there to welcome you and to hopefully make you understand the God that they worship, which is the devil. This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. You all take care.